launch, yeah. It's
Wait,
a good
where
one.
do
I'll
I
do
get
that.
that from?
What is that one from?
There is a trait, but I have no idea where it's from. Let me see. I do have that one. Let me see if I can recognize it. Is that not from Woven?
I don't think it's off the Woven. Hang on. Repurposed cargo bay hangar. Typhon. Not the typhoon, Typhon.
Where's
Oh
the
yeah, the
Typhon
Typhon.
from?
The Typhon
So
is...
that's the previous bundle. That was the Heritage bundle, if I remember correctly, the naming.
Or you can buy it as an individual one. It's 3,000 in the
Yeah,
Zen store, or the Heritage bundle for 12,000.
Heritage bundle, yeah, and so that's a the
IP.
very compacted
Wait, how do you spell
ship.
that?
Typhon. Hey, hi everybody. Somehow I hit the wrong button. We're here in the game instead of in the chat. So, hi, good morning,
Well,
everybody. Good morning, Saf. Here, let's
I
put on
see
the
the
intro for
Typhon
1 sec.
as here.
So,
Is it the?
Oh, you got an intro.
it's
It's is it?
Typhon, not Typhoon. There's one
I'm
of
not
each.
seeing that as an individual ship to buy
Well,
unless
maybe it's not there at the moment. Typhon. Yeah, it's there. Just if you look under ships in the Zen store,
I did.
type in
Is
Typhon.
P like P and Paul?
T like in Thomas,
Yep.
Y like in you, P like in Peter, H as in honey, O as in
Okay, okay.
only
It's an
N.
escort carrier, right?
Right. That's the
It
one.
looks
Correct.
like a brick.
Yeah, looks like a brick.
Yeah, looks like a brick. Yep.
Okay.
But
All
it
right.
is the you have to get mastery. Which, by the way, the Starship Mastery package includes, is that a positive? Negative hangar pet recharge time. So there you go. As well as the hangar bay. Good morning, Sav. Typhon is the typhoon without an O. Why we had the Typhon and the Typhoon coming out at basically the same time is one of those. Really? Really, guys? Really? And good morning, Sav. I hope
Yeah,
you're
and the
doing well.
naming is awful, but then the Typhon actually came with a pre-existing naming, so
Well, I mean, both are classic names in American ships, so I can get it, but it's just a matter of time. Why? Why would you do that? Put them 6 months apart or something like that. I keep getting messages popping up here.
Don't like my endeavors today.
Oh, I didn't even look. What have I got? Iconian TFO. Repair shields in space and Polaron damage on the ground. Ugh.
I have Tetrion damage. I mean, I can do Tetrion damage in space.
Well, I can do...
VOD war on the ground.
How
And
many?
then I had 20. I mean, I can go to
You know what I've been doing for VOD War on the ground? The episode
Kabali.
Dust to Dust.
Yeah, but I have to do the Kabali act anyway.
Oh,
So.
okay. Well,
And
I've
then
had...
I also have to
Go ahead.
then I also have to do physical damage on the ground.
Well,
Ugh.
do them both at once. Do you have the machine gun?
No,
Oh. Lex Knives?
no.
Oh, come on. Go do Quark's Lucky 7 just to get the knives.
I don't like that episode.
But you get the knives. You get the knives. So my dogger's got me up at 4:30, so I'm well into the second cup of coffee and a little bit more awake than many days.
well, that's good.
Yes. What fleet am
I
I
have
in?
one reroll token. I'm gonna reroll the physical damage, see what I get. If I get more physical damage, I'll be pissed.
Somebody changed the fleet message of the day to start talking about Ryza. Guys, it's May. Ryza
Okay.
is probably 2
My
months
reroll
away.
is a little better.
What'd you get?
Deal kinetic damage in space.
There you go. We can go have some fun and go pew pew on things.
Yeah.
Today's the last day of the event, I do believe, of this event. Oh, no, technically it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
It's tomorrow. Oh, well, lovely. I do believe that a red alert starts today at noon, which is not showing up here.
Is red alert starting?
Yeah, apparently the Oh, we have an upgrade weekend. Yeah, it's a 2-week red alert, and the prize is a ship upgrade token, I think. I don't see that
didn't see
it's
anything prices on that.
it's not listed in anything, but
I've been seeing it on the
the opening screen.
loading screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my brain no longer registers the opening screens. It's just like wait for the button, click the button.
No, I never read anything there. It's just
Lexers was
Nah.
reading it, but it's a 2-week event. You have to, I think you do it the 5 times or something. It's really stupid easy, but it always awards marks. So for little tunes, it's a great chance for my little ones. Sav uninstalled Stowe. You said you were going to. You got other games to
No more-
play.
So no more princess. No more
But
princess.
she still remains the princess.
But she's not princess on the game in Star Trek anymore.
No, I'm just curious though. Hang on a second. If you uninstalled Stowe, that doesn't pull you out of the fleet or anything.
No.
All that stuff remains in place. Yeah, she's
it
still
doesn't
there.
recognize that. Oh, interesting. You've got the Kenyan TFOs destroy Herc frigates and anti-proton damage in ground. I have no anti-proton weapons as far as I know. So
Wait, what would you say? What did you say your first one was?
Herc frigates.
We can go to
Oh,
Swarm.
okay. I thought you said like you had crickets to destroy. I'm like, wait, what?
No, I wouldn't take my entire ship for some few crickets. Use it for pesticide.
I was
I had
reading
Herc frigates
something.
yesterday.
I'm typing back to Sav. You're always the princess. I was reading something the other day about a woman who's complaining about. I don't remember if it was a fairy tale. I want to say it's a fairy tale in which she got all upset because they were talking about the princes being females, and somebody finally pointed out it's princess, not princess. She goes, "What do you mean it's princess? That's not spelled that way." Yeah, it is. She said, no, it's spelled differently. They're talking about princess plural.
Princesses. That's how you do it. Plural.
My head hurts when people are so stupid.
Now you know how I feel when I'm at work. A lot of stupid people.
Sav says, there can be only one. Which is true. Yeah, no shortage of stupid out there. Oh, so true. You can tell that because they let me buy a reciprocating saw. I had a fun weekend.
What happened?
I took down the remainder of my deck panels yesterday, the side panels, which makes my yard look huge now because you can see from one neighbor's to the other neighbor's. However, I realized you can also now see into my bathroom from my neighbor's backyard.
Oopsie.
You have to be at just the right angle. And then it occurred to me, yes, good excuse to put up new curtains. So new curtains went up. And all I have to do is pull them like an inch further, then it's not visible. Let's see. Saab needs 10 Tholian ships and Azure Nebula. Good day. Sav says, Canada elected another liberal government after 10 years of corruption and scandals. No, it's not that it's liberal and corruption and scandals. It's government and corruption and scandals. You're looking at the wrong issue there. Canada is retarded. Well, yeah. Who was I talking to yesterday? Oh, I was talking with Razul yesterday about government. Because, that's what I talk about.
Maybe she
Oh,
thought
I'm sorry, Italians.
Thought she should move to America.
No, she won't do that. She won't do that. It's better there than here, no matter what. So, in talking with Razul, I pointed out that in Illinois, we elect a governor. We elect the next governor while the first governor goes to jail or prison. This is a thing. I can't remember the last governor we had who isn't either under indictment or currently serving out a term in prison. Or the one who didn't get caught because he died before they found the shoe boxes filled with money in his house. So, yeah. It doesn't matter whether we've got liberal, conservatives, Democrats, Republicans. Actually, it's in Illinois, it's always Republicans. It's just amazing. And so why is Illinois always Republican? It's because Chicago, which has the greatest density of voters, is Democratic. And then when the entire state votes, it's disproportionate. So basically, you've got this one little thing of Democrats up in Chicago, and the rest of the state is Republican. So we almost always wind up with Republican governors.
Oh, don't get me started. We had presidential elections for the first time in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as it should be. Well, I mean, technically, the second round of voting is in 2 weeks, I think. But it doesn't look well because, I mean, technically, the let's say the more liberal guy, which we want. I mean, I personally don't, but he's a better choice than having another right-wing idiot who doesn't know what he does. And he's just being a puppet. It's always a better choice, but he just there's the 2% point that he's above the other guy, and there are like two other idiots who are also very far right wing, who are looking very much like they're pro-Russian, really. Who would probably give the other guy his votes, and that's about 20% of voters combined. So we're just gonna have another right-wing puppet installed.
Oh, lovely!
As president, probably.
Lovely.
Yeah, love to see it, don't you? Just.
Are you guys okay if I launch Azure Nebula?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I gotta get my Tetrion stuff. I need Tetrion.
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Yeah, let me know when you're ready. How much Tetrion do you need to do?
It's the big one.
Okay, 500,000.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything in the fleet bank at the moment. There is.
No, I'm buying them now. I'm buying them now. So.
All right. I was just going to see if there's.
I just had to like go to the thing.
Speaking of Jamam Haron, since somebody put that in the fleet message, or Ryza, once they figure out when Ryza is going to happen, I was thinking we should have a fleet party that first weekend. Clean out the fleet bank, make sure we got enough prizes in there, have some fun, hand out some La Lunat favors. Mom is a MILF. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Sovereign. I was writing my essay that I have to contribute with. There's a contest going on at the gym, and it's for 60-day body transformation, during which time I haven't gained or lost any weight. Really haven't changed any of my numbers, except my muscle mass is way up and my body fat's way down. But I am ready. I'm less a MILF than I am not a bad-looking male physique at this moment. So I'm not sure what you want to call that these days. But definitely not a MILF. Weeboo?
Weeboo.
Pilf? Person? So if I have a damage endeavor type, does anyone else dealing that damage count? No. Damage is only on you. Kills are shared. Sav says I lost my 30 pounds goal, still sticking to my diet because diabetes. I actually gained about 20 pounds, Sav, with all the weightlifting. But my coach keeps going, it's okay, it's muscles, it's not fat. You're losing body fat. You're in better shape, your metabolism's better. And checked with the doctor, and they're all like, yeah, it's all boring, it's all fine. If you lose weight, you're going to lose muscles first, so don't do that. Where am I going? There is a 5 if anybody's got some firepower over on the east side of town.
I'm going to the 2 over here.
I'll never go over and... Oh, there's 2 people heading to the 5. Then I'll go to the 1. Asymptomatic diabetic.
Not an Italian defender.
Pardon? Oh.
It's an Italian defender.
Baron Drake. So, Sav, out of curiosity, how did you find out about that if you're asymptomatic?
Inside the web, try to destroy one side of it and escape before it collapses in on you. About to step out of escape. Increase on census use. More foliage ships are on the way.
Yeah. Sally says, well, there's my 10 Thulane ships.
Well, I got half of my kinetic damage done.
But you had Tetrion. Or do you have both?
I have both.
Ah. Got half of my repair shields done. Without even trying. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that must be Mom in the jellyfish ship.
No. No.
Who's in the jellyfish?
The other guy.
Why ain't gonna get any damage then?
I'm in the Garrett. Don't hang out with the jellyfish guy.
No, he went over to my area.
Yeah, he travels. He doesn't deploy the jellyfish at all. Just
No, he is
moves around.
he's at the jellyfish. He's doing the jellyfish now, and I'm not.
Oh, he didn't do that over here for the Tholian Tarantula. That's weird.
Sally says, I'm in the hairpin. Yes, you are. So is Chris, by the way. Sav says, did a few blood tests and my sugar levels were very off from my norm. That's interesting. I had to get blood work done in February, and I had to fast for 12 hours before that. Mom does not fast well. Mom fasts very badly. So I was
Good.
trying not to throw up while I was in there waiting for them to do the blood test. I'm like, just draw the blood so I can eat something, please. Well, we have to do this first. No.
Okay, I don't know what this guy is doing. He's like doing this jellyfish, non-jellyfish thing.
Do you want to come over and where I am? You can take all this stuff and I can go float around.
I'm going to where it says 2.
Yeah, that's me.
So I'm definitely not getting.
Yeah, decided to take this one for a spin and see how she performs. I have 3 advanced engineering hangar power transmission console thingy, which gives 23.8 bonus torpedo damage for pads, stacking max weapon power 7.
Oh my gosh, somehow my Tetrion damage is now ground, and it was supposed to be space.
That's not good. Sally says, if you wonder about my ship name, ITZY ITZY is a K-pop group. I don't know them at all.
A Delon warbird is escaping.
Let's see. So, Sav, are you type... By the way, not knowing TV, good morning. Good morning. Sav, I presume type 2 then, not type 1? Yeah, I know, Satalia. One of you has to change your name away from something that starts with an S.
I just would prefer to call Saw Princess.
Yes, we'll call Sav.
Well,
Princess.
it's the T and it's like the D and capital S that is common for you folks. And not hard to make a.
No, it's both letter S's,
Like-
and there's not enough coffee for me to be able to distinguish between 2 people with the letter S in their name today.
So you just guys take yourselves to blame. And the coffee, not enough of it.
Not enough of it, yeah. Ooh, well, thank you. Thank you, Satalia, for the mysterious dark liquid, which today is what I like to call melange. Melange is whatever was left in the grinder from the last couple of days. So a little bit of the Beast, a little bit of Good Boy, and a smidgen of Moab.
Moab.
Moab, mother of all bombs.
Oh, there's a town in Utah called Moab.
Yes, there is. Moab is also a military term for the big bombs,
Yeah, I know.
which is what this is from. Is 3,000 Zen $30? Give or take, yeah. Give or take. This is why if you are lucky and you buy your Zen, if you buy Zen rather than trying to convert it, and you buy it on sale, which they do have, and you buy it on sale when you've got the buy it with the credit card discount thing, it can be a lot less. Or there's a bonus.
Oh, I just love it. Giving hanger commands to your pets
Mm-hmm.
interrupt unlocking the tractor beam. Can you imagine how stupid that is?
Satalia,
I can't recall pets.
I don't remember if Zen is on sale right now.
No, the keys are on sale.
Keys are on sale. Yeah, I did buy some key sets.
Till like today or tomorrow, where I don't get paid till tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't get paid until probably next week, so
Yeah, it's
not gonna
keys that are
catch on with that.
on sale right now.
I didn't say anything about Zen being on sale, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it just is on sale without a warning either, so it's like
I usually get an email about the
you
Zen
never
sales.
know. Really?
Yeah.
Well, then you probably sub to the newsletter or something.
Yeah, probably. Zen was on sale last week, then that could be. It was on sale, I know, a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know how long that lasted, but I decided to frivolously spend money on getting my house painted, which it's now partially painted.
Frivolously?
Frivolously, yes.
Frivolous about?
Nothing's frivolous about it. I guarantee that it's not a frivolous thing. It took 6 months to get them to approve the color, get the date set up, get all the preliminary work done. And finally that's all done, and hopefully they will have it finished this week. Because while they're here, they leave the gates open and they work in the backyard, so I can't let my dogs out. My dogs are not happy.
Look, another tarantula. Let's just dispose of the trash.
I decided to put us in a nebula, Mom.
Let's see. Oh, I don't have one of those. Already joined it. Oh, and check Discord. Where in Discord, Seth?
Which Discord?
Yeah.
Stream chat?
Oh, Zen is still on sale. Live stream chat. It says live stream chat. I'm not seeing anything. Stream chat channel.
Or is
Different
it
channel.
Stream Chat channel?
Stream chat
Yeah.
channel. Nice. Cold but nice. Zen is still on sale. No, I'm not buying any Zen. So as I was relating last week, while they're in the middle of repainting it, my gutters kind of collapsed during the last rainstorm. Not true, but kind of. Because they're going to replace the gutters as part of the painting. And it was filled with leaves from the last storm, and it's pouring down onto my deck right in front of my door, washing out the foundation. So now I'm having to replace that part of my deck and the gutters there.
There a way to prevent the gutters from getting all the leaves inside?
Well, I had to rip off the tops of the things that kept the leaves from getting into the gutters because it was covered with leaves, so the water bounced off of it and onto the deck and was ruining the deck. Because I had a lot of leaves.
Okay.
So that's all part of this work that's getting done so far.
I don't think that person at number 2 is doing anything.
Who's at number 2?
The one, I think
south.
the Sindarian.
Nidarian. Just don't say
Whatever
the
it's
C.
called.
Nidarian.
The jellyfish.
As soon as that fish came out,
The
coincidentally,
AFK ship.
everybody was saying that word. Sav says, not Satali. Sav says, buy Sav Stream gift cards. I don't think so. Or Steam gift cards. If I wind up having extra money this year, which is unlikely, I'll treat myself to some Zen at Christmas. Physical damage is melee.
Melee or the Tommy gun.
Or the Tommy gun, or the TR-116B. So there's a couple of options on that.
Or a sword.
Or sword, yeah. Well, that's a melee weapon, technically.
But that is melee anyway, so yeah. The backhand slap is also melee.
Yeah, I think the macrovirus array is also physical damage, and there's one other
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah, there's a couple that deal physical damage, but you wouldn't think about it. If one of the Borg virus attacks. I don't mean that one. That one. Temporal. Yay, I got that one done. Yay. Does Badgie do physical? Yes, but it doesn't count. I don't think it counts.
Why? All the others pets count.
I don't know. I was trying to use Badgie the other day, and I may have just been doing too much damage, or maybe he was out of range, because he's Badgie, and he goes off and does his own Badgie thing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think you should, because you do get the XP that he kills.
The Devouring Nanite Cloud does physical damage. The Gravity Containment Unit, the Suck Box, does physical damage. So there's a couple of kit mods that will do physical damage in addition. I don't have Badgie on this tune, though. Do I? I don't. No. But we can find out real quick. Hold on, Satalia, you've got a Badgie. Does he do physical damage?
Right. I gotta go to Kobali Prime.
I've got a combat summary, but it doesn't tell me anything about him. Well, go to Kabali Prime. At 65th on ground yesterday, so watching Badgie do his thing was fun. Yep. Yippity yip yip yip.
I'm gonna leave the team.
Okay. Did somebody say they had Herc frigates?
I did.
Did you want to go do Swarm?
Sure, I need to change the ship for that.
Okay, change your ship. Let me
How
know.
about Shawarma?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My brain's got shawarma going. I was such a good person yesterday. I went to the store. They had chicken on sale, for the big mega packs. Brought it home, cut it up, measured it, packaged it up, put it in the freezer, and then got up this morning going, I don't have any food for dinner, because it's like, ugh, chicken again. Ugh.
Oh my god. Why are people so detached from reality? I just can't. Like, my government is wondering, and there are representatives of my government thinking, what should they do within the next 2 weeks to make their candidate more appealing? And I'm like, well, for starters, maybe stop scaring people with the other guy, because it kind of is tiresome now.
Yeah.
You can run a political election carrying with the other option only for this long until it becomes boring and tired, and that can't be your entire program, right? You need to do more. You need to actually have a program that makes sense to
There's two
people.
approaches. The other guy is bad, and we're going to tell you why he's bad, or we don't have time to worry about him. These are the problems. Here are our proposed solutions, which always works better for me.
That's what I keep thinking. Like, there are things that we need to get done. These are the things we want to get done with him in the seat. Like, at the end of the day, he's the third legislative body that's supposed to control the first two, making sure that they don't let something crappy pass. And I think it would make more sense if they were just like, okay, we know this, and this is a problem for you guys. We want to get it done. But they're just doing that. Oh, he's such a bad guy. He's such a worst choice. He's doing this and this and that. And yeah, I know he did that kind of stuff. But how can you run an entire political election, especially a presidential election, just using the scarecrow kind of thing? It's like
I'm not going to say anything.
Much. Even the previous government being in power for 10 years and for 8 years, and having an entire public TV and public broadcasters on their side wore their electorate tired of repeating the same mantra of like, oh, he's such a bad guy, he's the reason why everything is wrong in this country, without being in power for 10 years. Yeah, like.
Can I hit the button?
Sure, I'm ready. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just swapped.
Wee woo.
Can I get a wee woo?
Yeah.
Get a wee woo.
Get a wee woo. Citalia says, so I went from level 12 to 23 on my other character just doing patrols. You can, very easily. I have gone the entire thing up to 65 on just patrols. I know people who do it just on duty officers.
The Herc are about to
I anticipate that doing patrols actually gives you bigger level of literally everything. Like, you level your ship, you level your character faster. I don't know why it's awarding you more points, but it does. Oh, someone just left.
Oh. Probably somebody came
in
on
a fourth one, but he just left.
Somebody will join us. Won't matter.
He probably had a random. He's probably doing randoms and they want to do swarm.
Or
swarm's the easiest one.
Why would you want to do swarm? That's a fun level.
Somebody's back.
TFO.
It's also possible that his computer did the hiccup sneeze first thing in the morning thing, like happens a lot.
No, it's not the same person. It was a dreadnought.
I guess Musin never saw my message in Discord. He might have Citalia just because he didn't answer doesn't mean he didn't see it. Or he might not have been on, because that happens too.
Everyone must be doing VOD war because I can't find any.
Wow.
On the planet.
That's what you feel when you go to any battle zone. Like, oh, I think everyone got the same endeavor as I did, because everyone's here.
I was trying to get them done before I go to the gym in the morning, and it's always crowded and takes forever. So I've discovered it's better to go walk the dogs in the morning, go to the gym, come back, and then kill my Vodware or my Voth or my D1 arthropods or my whatevers.
I wonder how badly Taz screws sleeping pattern though.
It's bad. Here. It's bad. He was up at 1 o'clock his time when we went live on Saturday night.
Oh my god.
Taz has weird sleeping patterns. So every now and then he'll be waking up as I'm going live, which is like he's waking up at 2 in the morning his time.
He's from Kansas?
No, he's from Norway.
Okay. I think he said Kansas.
No. He is definitely not from Kansas.
Not even close, no.
I don't know why I said
Kansas, Norway.
He's not in Kansas, Dorothy.
Hey, Chris, I'll get this far satellite if you want to get that next one, since you seem to be there.
Well done.
Yeah, I can get this one. I'm near it anyway.
I was going to get it, and then you started moving over there to get those pesky swarmers.
Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of them.
There we go. There's another recipe for my cookbook. Operation Shawarma.
Oh my god. Perfect.
Right, I got all my endeavors done.
Yay!
Until we get the universal today. What's the universal today?
It's something stupid again. I think. I don't even have Excel up at the moment. Give me a sec while it pops up. What was Operation Riposte?
The pasta?
Operation Riposte, yes. Well, another recipe for the cookbook. So apparently there should be
Wednesday
two
is,
cookbooks.
Dreadnoughts in the conch of battle. So. I know, it's nice.
Yeah. Well, we can do that as a group on Thursday morning if anybody
And then
wants to.
Friday, it's defeat the crystalline entity.
Ooh, that'll take 3 seconds.
Meanwhile, the penultimate episode of The Last of Us Season 2 dropped last night. And my god, what a good episode. Well, I'm actually wrecking.
Is Operation Riposte the reskin of Draenor Assault?
No.
Oh, which one is
Not
Operation?
even
Oh,
close.
Riposte is the one where you've got the
You're assisting
missiles
Lorca.
coming up from ground. Yeah, it's a Lorca mission.
Yeah, the missiles coming from surface, you have to defend transports that being attacked by them, plus there are ships that also are trying to take down the transports.
It's
And
not
then
bad. It's
you
just
take over Klingon transports. It has multiple stages.
it's just a little tedious.
And so I find nothing tedious about it. I love that it's complex, layered, it has stages, and it doesn't always necessitate the mindless pew value. Because you
I
have
just
all the
dislike that
defense
it's time
transports.
gated because once we get things done, I'd like it to progress, and sometimes we're just sitting there waiting for it.
Yeah. I mean, the first stage is definitely not timed. The last stage isn't timed. The middle one is, and
Middle
that's
two.
probably the
Middle two are timed, aren't they? Yeah.
yeah the two middle ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're
No.
kind of together, so I treat them compacted as just one stage.
I can appreciate what you're saying. It just feels long, and since I do it on 4 tunes, it feels really long.
And I still prefer to do it whenever it comes up.
We can queue it. Some days. I doubt we'll get a lot of buyers in the
Yeah,
morning.
I know you won't be happy about it.
Hey, I don't like Borg Disconnected, but Taz likes it. I'm willing to do it for that. If you want Operation Riposte, we can do Operation Riposte. If Borg King wants an episode or two that he likes, same for Satalia. If you have something you like,
Refugee
We'll do
ships
it.
heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
I like it, but I like to play it with people who actually enjoy it and
Herc Dreadnought on sensors.
well, I'm getting to the point where I can,
drag someone.
where Borg Disconnected is no longer the bane of my existence. I know how to do it. I've got better ships.
You still won't do Gravity Sucks, right?
No, that's not happening. Unless somebody pays me to do it, Satalia. I mean, I can be
in the
bribed.
breach.
Let's not kid ourselves. I can be paid off.
Oh.
Yeah, same with me with the breach. I can be paid off to do the breach. But it's going to cost you 5,000.
Keys. Make it
Keys.
keys.
Yeah.
That way, if you have to do it, you get something out of it. Thank you, Chris. Oops.
What did I do?
You came in and killed some more ships. Breach in shuttles. No, Sav. Breach in the J. Everybody gets a J and we all get stuck in the walls.
The Enterprise, Jay?
Yeah. Because it's such tight confines in the breach that
Refugee ships.
it's really hard
I love
to do.
bringing my J to the breach. It's fun.
It reminds me of the not parody movie, the homage movie, Galaxy Quest. When he's trying to take the ship out of dock and just hits the walls and screech. People have done it in the chase. I just find it amusing.
Yeah, I often
Speeding up the
bring a
evacuation.
ridiculously
All
oversized
lanes
ship to
will be
that one.
utilized now.
The other day I brought in the what's it called? The
Refugee
Viridian
ships heading down
Juggernaut.
escape route
Ooh.
Alpha. Protect them.
It's so good in it.
So I opened
I
one
like the
box.
Juggernaut because it looks so different than everything else. You said you have one.
Is that the Emerald Chain?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have one in a box. Never opened it.
such a fun ship.
I will open stuff up.
It's a cool console, and I do like the movable turrets. They just rotate around, targeting everything. That's a cool thing. Honestly, don't remember if that ship has ever fired a weapon in the show, but
Easier if
works
it
for
hasn't, then
the-
you get to have more fun.
the game. Yeah,
what
it's easy
ship?
for the game.
The Emerald Juggernaut.
The Emerald Chain,
Chain
Viridian Juggernaut. Yeah.
Oh, I think that did fire. That's the one where the
Gamma, get over there.
is that the ship that was pretending to fire upon the Discovery when the Orion
Oh, yeah,
significant
it
took over
does.
the Discovery ship.
Yeah, they were pretending to chase them because it was a subterfuge. So we're actually on
Yeah.
board Discovery, pretending Discovery is running away to the Federation headquarters.
Yeah,
I love that, like, they didn't fall for it. Like,
Yeah.
initially, like, fans already knew that this was something wrong about that because he knows
Refugee ships heading
the
down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
crew of Discovery would have never done something like that. And that
Yeah.
was such a cool gimmick, and he realized it a little bit. He gave the order to grab it, and he didn't hesitate to actually order to fire upon Discovery. So
he
very-
reminds me. Vance reminds
Sometimes.
me so much of Bashir for some reason. I don't know why.
No, I can see that.
Bashir. I mean, he's handsome and has a very unique facial features. I'd
Yeah.
say a little bit exotic
Mhm.
because I think I don't know what origin is Alexander Siddig or the one who plays Bashir, but I know that the actor who plays Vance is Jewish by nationality.
Turk ships
I think,
spotted on escape route Gamma. Get
They're
over
both
there.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah. I absolutely adore the guy that plays Van, which is absolutely marvelous. I
Is,
remember him in the first Mummy film.
Yeah.
because Alexander Siddig and the guy who played Sauron from Generations, I know they're like uncle and nephew.
Yeah, they are.
Head to escape route
Oh, really?
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell's his uncle.
Oh. I had no idea.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
I'll just stay here and patrol things. Alex is from the Sudan. Oded is from Israel.
Yeah. Oh, that's Ferris. From Israel. But he's been in Hollywood for such a long time, though.
Yeah. But he's one of those guys who, while he looked really good young, looks better as he gets older, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, his Silver Daddy era is definitely better. I mean,
Oh, his face.
he was always
Yeah, I mean,
had this.
he wears age gorgeously.
Who's that?
Oded Vance.
Charles
Okay,
Vance. Yeah.
okay.
Like honestly, when I saw him first, I was like, oh, I know you. Hello, Silver Daddy era. I was just like, oof. That was cool to see. I mean, I honestly, Discovery is probably the one TV series in the entire Star Trek that actually portrays admirals as a bit more complex and actually not always like the grumpy people that just hate everyone and just want a war.
Yeah.
It's like look at that everywhere else. TNG all the pesky, annoying people were the admirals that we
Yeah.
didn't like in Starfleet. They were always making the wrong decisions for the wrong reasons. Kelvin timeline, pesky
Well,
evil
I like
admirals.
I like the admiral in the last few seasons of Deep Space Nine, Admiral Ross. He wasn't a
Yeah.
bad guy. He was
Yeah, he
actually
was.
he was actually one of the
Yeah,
ones I could tolerate.
they gave him a bit more, but like Admiral Paris was probably okay in Voyager, but we saw so
Yeah.
little of him, so
You don't see
didn't
him
like.
very much.
You don't get to build up his character too much. He was just like he just looking forward to see his son back, and that was enough. But he wasn't the bad guy who said that no, don't go back or something
Well,
like
we
it.
only
But
got it. We only heard about his badness from his son,
Right. Yeah, and of
Tom
course, then you
Paris.
have
yeah,
to
they
take
had
it.
some sort of yeah, they had some estranged relationship
Yeah.
suggested. It was
Understatement.
never developed.
Wasn't Admiral
was
Ross
never, like-
allied with Section 31? Yes, I think. I have to think back on that one.
I still
I
haven't
don't remember
seen
that much. Might have been actually. Oh, no! Please, no slander of Janeway. Leave Janeway alone. I think it's
Who
Admiral.
slandered
She
Jane?
is pretty cool. Sav. Unacceptable as it is.
You know, Sav, I have a message for you from Janeway.
I don't know what you need, and frankly, I don't care.
She had, like, honestly, Janeway had the delivery of those lines when she was really pissed off, and when she was really just telling someone, "Get off my ship." She just said it in the way that it meant business. There's no like getting on her good side. You screwed yourself over.
I went to it was like I think it was my second Star Trek convention in Vegas, and I got to
Mulgrew
meet
was there.
Janeway. Mulgrew was there, and I told her, I go, "You're like out of all the captains, I think you're the best captain of all Star Trek series." Because I told her, at first I was skeptical about a female captain, and I didn't know how it would be, how it would be handled. But she pulled it off well, and she fist bumped me.
I didn't dislike her because she was female. I disliked her because the script writing bit.
I mean, yeah, you could tell that the script wasn't always well written for the entire show. Not
For the
just
entire
her.
show,
Like,
right. No,
they
it
had
was across the
issues.
board.
They had more bad narrative issues than anything else, because they could have pulled it off with a good narrative
Yep.
and still have kept the core key moments that they really wanted to, but they could have
But
handled it a lot
no,
better.
we're not going to do that.
But wasn't that just they did have some like writer's strike around that time?
They
as
had
well?
writer's strike. They also didn't have a focus on the overall story arc, which meant that they were getting a lot of plots that or scripts that were submitted on spec, and they would buy them and then try and rewrite them into the storyline, so it goes all over the place. And they're experts in various areas, like on Native American culture, had no idea of what they were talking about, but sold
Yeah, no one
themselves.
did a background check on
Yeah,
that one,
really.
which made the very core element, because it was the first officer of the show, really cringe and really just bad taste.
Speaking of cringe and not getting the culture, I was listening to a TikTok about a woman from Kenya who is getting married to a guy here in the States, good relationship, and her mother-in-law to be insisted that they get together to pick out the broom that they're going to jump over. And didn't get that in Kenya there's no broom jumping. That's an American southern thing. It's not a Kenya thing. And
What is the jumping over the broom?
jumping
have
over
to
the
do
broom
with
was part
marriage?
of the marriage ceremony here for the slaves, because there wasn't an official anything, so they kind of created their own ritual, their own rites, and jumping the broom became part of it. But what a lot of people in the States don't get is Africa's a really big continent, and there's a whole bunch of different cultures, and they're not the same as we've got here.
People don't realize how not and like people treat Africa as it's like European Union anonymous, that they all like, do the same stuff.
Yeah,
Or they're
no,
from
no.
the same cultures. Like, no, they're all over the place. They've got like so much variety of different countries, different cultures, tribes. Even there's still tribal people living in some rural parts of Africa that have no contact with any civilization because they don't choose to. And like a lot of people have this weird concept that Africans like they didn't have running water; they still have to go to the well.
Well,
Like,
okay,
excuse me.
some areas, yes. Some
I mean,
areas,
sure,
yes.
but that's also for South Africa and Europe as well. Like,
Yeah, it's also
come
in the
on,
States and Asia.
like people think like Russia's more civilized. Like people don't know what a TV set is, not to mention internet. Like, let's be honest. Like, everywhere is that in like there are those parts which are so far away from civilization they just kind of never grow into it too much, and that's like everywhere. But like Africa's that big weird stereotypical country,
It's
sorry, continent that is treated as a country.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's just like a lot of people is like, which country in Africa? What do you mean, which country in Africa? Isn't Africa a country? And we're like, no.
Well, that's just stupid.
I know.
Let's see. We got still about 10 minutes. Shall we play another thing here?
Well, I've got two Iconian TFOs. Could we squeeze?
Oh,
like,
amazingly, I
any
have an
of them?
Iconian TFO. Would anybody else like to join us for an Iconian TFO?
Oh my goodness, the coin kidding. Of course I do.
Anybody else?
Sure, I'll rejoin. I've
Okay,
done
cool.
everything I need to do.
Alrighty, let me send you an invitation there.
Cool.
Satalia, is your brain waking up yet? Would you like to join us for an Iconian TFO? I think we'll do Gateway, because we haven't done it for a while.
I'm sure my brain isn't awoken yet, but I had a very rough weekend in terms of sleeping because the first Eurovision on Saturday. We're talking about that afterwards, and we were all pissed off.
If you want to
Like
watch
that,
something
I'm good with-
amazing, My Mysterious Dark Liquid is still brewing. Okay, no problem. No, mine brewed and got done hours ago. So brain say no. Okay, I'm going to queue us up for Gateway.
I'm still proud for our representative this
Oh,
year.
yeah. No,
She
phenomenal.
really, I mean, she's got like 30 years of career behind her belt, 19 studio albums, and variety of music and achievements all over the country. So she's at this place where she doesn't have to prove anything to anyone, even like to herself. She just chose to do it because like people wanted it. So she's like, okay, let's try it again, right? And I think like comparing her first attempt when she was in Eurovision in 1995, which was like the second time in a row when we actually joined,
Mm-hmm.
like the difference between her time there in 1995 and now, literally 30 years on, when she's already like fully realized, she knows what she is, she knows what she stands for musically, she doesn't try to prove anything, she doesn't try to like, oh, this has to be a success or I'm done for it. No, it's like they interviewed her on an airport when she came back yesterday morning, and she was like, you can't look at this win or lose because you just put yourself down if it doesn't go your way. It's a contest. You have to do your best, but you have to realize that you might not always win. But there's still a learning curve. It's a learning experience. You can take something from it and move on, and not treat it as like a total defeat. Because
Who's this?
if you do that, they'll put you down. Our representative Justina was on Eurovision this year, and
Okay.
If you get a chance and can watch what the performance was, it was amazing.
yeah, she did a live performance 4 times in total actually, because the Friday was the jury performances that were off the screen, but
Wee woo.
Oh,
They
we
did
will,
them again.
indeed. Thank you.
we have a Weeboot. Yeah,
We do.
Gateway to Grether actually we got. Is that correct? Yeah, you queued both of them, did you?
No, I just queued Gateway.
Okay.
Should be
must
Gateway
need
that
to do-
popped.
Someone
Yes.
must need to do Gateway to Grethor or something. I don't know.
that- Or randoms.
No, I thought you said that you're queuing the Herald Sphere, but maybe I just misheard you. My brain, it's still a little foggy. Yeah, but like, she had like there were 26 contestants in the finale of the contest, and she got like 14th place, and I think she should be at least in the top 10. Because like she's the only person like in all of the contestants that has almost 4 million views now on just in 5 days. since the video was posted in YouTube from her semi-final. So I think she's done better than what she's got, but oh well. After all, Eurovision has long since passed. It's been about music and more about who knows whom and who likes whom, and all that. But I think I like the rope part because she goes on those high notes so well.
Yeah, that was incredibly impressive.
She said that she's always been active, like physically.
Well, there's more to it than that. When your arms get lifted above your head, you don't have the support of the diaphragm that you normally do, and it's one reason that crucifixion kills you. It's because you lose the ability to breathe.
Yeah. And the thing is that she incorporates, because she has a gym routine on a daily basis, and she always tries to keep herself fit. And that's a woman that has 3 children, by the way. I'm like, what the hell? She looks like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, she does. She's got a fantastic body.
She's
well,
tiny.
Go over
She's
here.
petite.
Is she?
That's one thing that. Yeah.
She
she's
doesn't
like
look it in that
170
costume. She
centimeters.
looks tall.
Oh, high heels will do that for you.
Yeah, it's true. But she's dancing and running, so how much dancing and running can you do in heels? Good morning, Cliff. Good morning, Lexers.
But she even has a section when she actually has to run from the ropes to the front of the stage, which wasn't something they've anticipated as far as I know. The original stage when they did their initial runner-up video was on a very small compacted stage, so she just moved a few steps forward and she could still pull off a dance move. That was out of the question because initially they were even reluctant to even give her the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Because Eurovision safety, they didn't want to have another device put up there to do the safety thing. And like the difference is that in our national pre-selection, when she was still one of the contestants that were supposed to be chosen to go, they didn't have loops, so those ropes didn't have loops at the end. So she was holding on of her hand.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They made it of some sort of adhesive material that it was very anti-slidey, so it would not slip
off. Yeah, but it's still putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the wrists. Lexer says, I think I missed an interesting part if you're all talking theology right now. We're not. We're talking Eurovision. And the contestant from Poland did a phenomenal job of basically singing and some really powerful high notes while hanging from her wrists.
Yeah, she's
as part of a stunt. It was really good.
Plus the dragon visualization at the back, and then it went under the stage. It looked so freaking good. I didn't know about the dragon. That was last minute addition.
No, that was
and
perfect.
It looked so good. I was like, what the hell? I mean, I've been following her career since I was like in my early 20s. So it's been a while since I've been monitoring what she's been achieving, and like, oh my god, she's still the diva. She's like unique in every aspect. She did an amazing concert in the early 2000s. That was for a cultural dialogue festival kind of thing, which had like 4 different culture themes incorporated in it, and she was like doing the pre-World War II Jew culture that was in Poland quite developed, until the Nazis came and killed everyone. So she did a full dialect culture, the Jewish part, and her songs were sung in Yiddish and all the languages that were popular at the time, which are kind of obscure now, but the songs were amazing, and the music was so unique and exotic, and it just sounded so fun. Got a guy here. Who's that?
Sav and has pointed out there is a fleet called Jefferson Starfleet, yay. And there's a tune named Bruce Campbell with the title Cheating Death. Very good. Somebody is having fun.
Well, I
As it
still
should
have
be.
867-05309.
Yes, I'm just going to call you Jenny. I'm just calling you Jenny. We're going to make life easier here.
On the Kyrie Eleison.
Down the road that I must travel. Since you mentioned the ship name, I went ahead and pulled that back up out of my audio files.
Have you seen the trailer for the Superman movie that dropped, I think, almost before the weekend? Or during the
I saw it
weekend?
in the theater, unless it's a new trailer. Not impressed.
I think it's a longer one.
Okay.
It doesn't tickle any of my pickles. Like it's just
Yeah,
it looks generic.
it's just not a great looking trailer. The movie might be fine. It's just,
I mean, I do like the.
I heard
actress who plays
Christopher
Lois
Reeve's son
Lane.
is the new Superman.
No, really?
That's what I heard.
Holy moly!
A what?
Christopher Reeve's son is the new Superman, from what I heard.
Wow.
No.
Okay,
No? Okay.
maybe he's in the movie. Thank you,
David
Sav.
Cronenberg? No, he's not.
I'm not going to Google it right now. I'm busy killing things.
He was a child actor. He has no connection to Christopher Reeve
Okay.
in any way.
Or maybe
people
he
call
wants-
it that because
Or maybe he
I mean,
wants
the
to be
movie-
Superman's.
movie kind of tries to tie itself more to the Reeves film. I think it's like supposed to take place in some way in the same universe, I guess, but I don't know.
Not a
They
huge
do have Super Dog,
Superman.
whatever.
Yeah. I
Crypto.
like dogs. Crypto. Thank you. Oh,
Crypto,
best Superman story I've heard of late, though, is Henry Cavill's nephew. Went to school in a Superman outfit,
Aw.
and the teacher was like, okay, that's fine, but you can't do that again. But my uncle's Superman. Sweetie, I need to talk to your mom. You can't lie when you're in school.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was
And then Henry
funny.
Cavill shows up to school.
Shows up, yeah.
Yeah, and the Superman costume or something, maybe like crikey. I mean, he's a wholesome guy. I think.
Yeah, he seems to be.
I heard Henry Cavill's like a big nerd.
He is.
Yeah,
Big Warhammer nerd.
so much.
Big Warhammer nerd.
Big Warhammer Witcher nerd, and that's why he quit Witcher, the Netflix
Yeah,
series.
which they haven't-
Hated what they're doing with the material.
I should know more than I do, but I don't. They are keeping a lot of the details hush-hush, so I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see. Will Reeves, the son of the late Christopher Reeves, who played Superman, has a cameo in James Gunn's new Superman film, Superman Legacy. Will Reeve, a journalist and ABC News correspondent, plays a reporter in a major scene. Well, there you go. How appropriate.
Ah, I thought you meant like he's gonna be the son of Christopher Reeve is gonna be the Superman. or
Yeah, that's
something
what I thought. Maybe that's what you meant, too. Nicolas Cage is a Coppola. Is he really?
Yeah, he just quit it because he didn't want to sound like he's using Family Connection to be a superstar or something. That's why he just went into Cage. Not that he's a good actor anyway.
Cliff says
That guy.
he's a big PC fan, too. I assume you mean Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Henry Cavill, yeah, he built himself a PC of his own, and he did it on YouTube with a YouTube or some other.
Yeah, it says
maybe on
YouTube
stream
here.
or something. Yeah, but yeah, he's a very big nerd, and
It's
that's
not
why
a bad thing.
he always is into some sort of shenanigan. He can nerd about it.
There.
Oh, look, it vaporized.
Oh, not quite. Vaporized. There. That's vaporizing.
Yeah, I got all my pets here.
Ouchie.
And this nebula looking thing.
Nebula. You're talking about the storms, right?
Yeah. I
Or
just call it
space-
the nebula.
It's
'cause
space
huge.
tornadoes. Space tornadoes! Yay!
Tornadoes in space.
And all those more Iconium marks. All those two fleets.
Did fleet marks.
Oh, Fluffer's asleep.
Well, my fluffers are asleep, but they need to go out because the painters will be here shortly, and I need to get them. They're called maelstroms. Yeah, be picky, Lexers. Be detailed and accurate. See if we care.
Maelstroms, oh my god.
All right, I'm out of here, everyone. I have work to do. Might or might not be on tonight. We'll see. Since next week, I'm planning to not be on for the majority of time because I'm repainting this room. I'm going to see how much I can get done today to get the walls fixed first and prepped. Because if I
So
get
you won't be on next week?
that is the game plan. I have the entire week off from class because there's a holiday on Monday, as well as being your birthday.
Whether I'm incoherent to play the game, that is.
That's on you. That's on you.
Yeah, I know that's on me.
But I
But
figured
I will probably be incoherent that day. Maybe we'll see how I feel. I got
I am
plenty of alcohol.
Citalia. I am not stripping. I'm refinishing.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I'm going to try and. I'd love to strip all the trim in this house, but it's very detailed and intricate, and it's all heavily painted white. And I don't know
I don't
that
think that's the stripping she's talking about, Mom.
It's the stripping I'm talking about. That's the only. Come on. I'm an old lady. No. No, even I don't want mirrors for that. Nope. Noopity. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh no, look what you did. You grossed out Mom.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And as we like to say around here, stay
Hey.
moopsome.
Moopsy.
Moopsy, Moopsy.
Shun the non-believer. Shun.
And there's no musing, so we don't have the last one. Everyone, have a great day. We will talk to you later.